You've had some big moments in your career, but in your mind, assuming everything goes well, do you believe that October 25th can be your coming out party?
Most definitely. Most definitely. All we got to do is go make a statement on him and put on a great show. I see all the fans disrespectful and talking all of this, so, once I show them what I'm really about, it won't be no question.
Fulton's promoter, PPC on a PPC card, he doesn't care because one is moving up, taking a challenge. The other one is taking the risk of going to the opposite side to defend his title, which says a lot about him too. So, I'm actually excited about this fight.
Boxing isn't just about fists. It isn't just about speed, size, or technique. It's about the unseen battles, confidence, patience, resilience, and the ability to rise after every setback. When fighters like Stephen Fulton and Oshaki Foster step into the ring, they don't just carry gloves. They carry every scar, every lesson, and every ounce of self-belief they've had to forge along the way. Paulie Malignaggi puts it best when he reminds us that boxing today isn't about perfection. It's about growth, grit, and the will to stay sharp even after the world counts you out. Tonight, we break down their words, their outlooks, and what they reveal about the fight ahead. From Fulton's calm confidence to Foster's hunger for a breakout moment, the story is clear.
Résilience de fin champion.
And when the dust settles, Fulton might just prove once again why he's one of the slickest and smartest fighters in boxing.
Was doing all the talking and you were just listening to him?
Yeah, because it's like sometimes people try to build their confidence up with how they talk. I'm not one of those guys.
The first thing that stands out about Fulton's mindset is his refusal to be rattled by noise. In the lead up to any fight, words fly around like jabs. Opponents talk, teams talk, fans talk, but Fulton stays still, listening without responding in kind.
The way you defeated Brandon Figueroa earlier this year, you made him look very, very ordinary. Is that the plan that you have by defeating Oshaki Foster on October 25th?
Me and myself making adjustments that need to be made.
This attitude reflects years of experience. When he dismantled Brandon Figueroa, he didn't just win. He stripped away the aura of a man many thought was unstoppable. He didn't do it with reckless aggression. He did it with adjustments, timing, and composure under pressure.
Allowing him to see how he wanna dictate the fight. Once I see how he approaches the fight, I'm just gonna take off.
Another layer to Fulton's preparation is patience in studying his opponent. He isn't rushing to dominate from the first bell. Instead, he talks about giving Foster room early, letting him dictate, letting him show his cards.
Stage, I could see all the confidence in the world that you think that you're going to defeat Oshaki Foster on October 20th.
This mindset shows supreme confidence. When asked if he believes he will beat Foster, he doesn't hedge. He doesn't say, I think. He says it with certainty. That's a man who knows his craft, who trusts his preparation, and he has reason to.
So what's going on with that and Stephen Fulton? Who are you looking to get in the ring with next?
Whoever the winner is, it really don't matter. It's whoever. That's the thing. I don't care for the fighters. I just want the belts. I've been saying that.
Ray Ford's comments give us another angle, one that highlights how dangerous the division really is. He isn't caught up in names or rivalries. For him, it's about belts. That focus strips away the hype and exposes what really matters in boxing: legitimacy. Belts mean legacy. Belts mean leverage. Belts mean you're the man in your division.
I know he was top ranked. They probably not gonna let him off the leash, but any world champion, they can.
When Ford says it doesn't matter who the opponent is, only that he wants the champion, it reveals the hunger bubbling just below the surface in this weight class. Fighters like Fulton and Foster aren't just battling for a paycheck.
What's your final message to Oshaki and Steve Fulton, all those guys?
Good luck on y'all fights, and I'm right here. I'm number 4, I think, for the WBC. So anybody before ahead of me.
Ford doesn't just stop at talking about belts. He calls his shot, making it clear that he's right there in the rankings, ready for whoever wins between Foster and Fulton. He positions himself as the biggest name outside the top champions, the man that fans should care about. That confidence, that insistence that others should come see me, is both ambition and marketing. In boxing, you need both.
It don't even matter. Y'all can just jump right to me. Anybody after me don't even matter. I got the biggest name out of everybody else in the ranking, so
But this also shows the pressure on Fulton. Everyone's watching him. Even as he prepares for Foster, contenders like Ford are already speaking his name. That's the life of a champion, hunted from every angle.
Talk first about the weight here. I mean, one thing is that Fulton moving up again in weight, taking on a very dangerous puncher in Oshaki Foster.
One of the biggest talking points raised in this fight is weight. The host lays it out clearly. Fulton isn't staying comfortable. He's pushing himself by moving up again, again, and in doing so he's putting himself directly in the path of Oshaki Foster, a dangerous puncher with the kind of power that can change a fight instantly. This isn't a small detail. Weight classes exist for a reason. Fighters spend years fine-tuning their frames, carving out the right balance between speed, power, and endurance for a specific division. When a boxer moves up, he takes on not just bigger opponents, but also the added risk of losing his physical advantages. Fulton's decision here signals something deeper. It's not recklessness, it's belief.
Could they see something in his style? Is this a great move? What's your thought?
I have to think that that's the reason for this, because he just got to 26. He beats Brandon Figueroa in a phenomenal performance. He looked really good doing it against a very, very dangerous.
Chris Algieri adds another perspective that gives more weight to this move. He reminds us that Fulton only recently arrived at 126, where he dismantled Brandon Figueroa, a fighter many considered dangerous in his own right.
And now he has the one fight at 26 and jumps right up to 30 and goes for Oshaki Foster, who's no easy guy to beat, by the way. Oshaki Foster, I called a bunch of his fights. He can really fight. He has a high boxing IQ.
Chris Algieri doubles down with a sharper analysis. Oshaki Foster is no walk in the park. He praises Foster's high boxing IQ, slick style, and natural size advantage at the weight class. He's called many of Foster's fights and recognizes firsthand how tricky and intelligent the man is inside the ring. Foster isn't the type of fighter you can bully or overwhelm with simple pressure. He's calculated, big for 130, and knows how to use his frame. In short, this is no easy challenge for Fulton.
Slick style, big for the weight class. They must see something in him. You know what? I can grab a third title in a third weight class. I'm targeting this guy.
But Algieri frames Fulton's decision beautifully. They must see something. Why else would Fulton and his team target Foster so quickly? He's not dipping his toes at 130 with a soft touch. He's going after the best, aiming to grab a third title in a third division right away.
Very rare.
Now, what I'm curious about, you always say, Paulie, we should live in an era of boxing where a loss ain't going to kill you. You can come back, be entertaining, whatever. Both these guys had taken their lumps. I said in the opening, they kind of taken their losses. They've come back and improved after that.
The Boxing Scene host and Paulie Malignaggi shift the conversation to a bigger theme: resilience. Both Fulton and Foster have tasted setbacks. Both have been doubted, written off, or questioned at different points. And both have responded the same way, by grinding harder, by sharpening their tools, by proving people wrong. Paulie highlights the key ingredient here: work ethic. Losses don't define a fighter. What defines them is what they do after those losses.
What does that show you, Paulie, about these guys?
It shows you the resilience, and it shows you the determination, also the work ethic. You know, you use all those terms, but the work ethic, that they go back into the gym and continue to stay motivated.
In modern boxing, this message is crucial. The old stigma that a single loss ruins a fighter's career is outdated. Today, fans and analysts look for resilience. Can you bounce back? Can you learn, adjust, and come back stronger? Both Foster and Fulton have shown they can.
So what's going on with that and Stephen Fulton? Who are you looking to get in the ring with next?
Whoever the winner is, it really don't matter. It's whoever. That's the thing. I don't care for the fighters. I just want the belts. I've been saying that.
Paulie Malignaggi highlighted what makes this matchup so compelling: resilience. These guys are highly motivated, and they've shown that with the way they've returned from tough losses, Paulie said.
I know he with top rank, they probably not gonna let him off the leash, but any world champion, they can,
With Oshaki, he felt the fighter got a raw deal in one decision. With Fulton, the shadow of the Inoue loss loomed large. Many doubted if he could climb back. Then Fulton shocked everyone with a brilliant performance against Brandon Figueroa, proving he belonged back at the elite level. That bounce-back quality, the ability to rise after setbacks, is what makes Fulton versus Foster more than just a title fight. It's a battle of redemption stories colliding.
If you're his coach, is he going to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder? This guy coming up a weight class to take my title.
The Boxing Scene host wondered aloud. If you're Oshaki Foster's coach, would you feel a chip on your shoulder? After all, Fulton is moving up in weight to take your fighter's belt. Coach Garcia didn't see it that way. I don't think he feels disrespected. I think he actually feels comfortable, Garcia explained.
I don't think he feels disrespected. I think he actually feels comfortable. That's why he's even going to the opposite side, the opposite promotion.
In fact, Foster's confidence runs so deep that he's willing to defend his title on a PBC card under Fulton's promotional umbrella. That speaks volumes. Foster doesn't just believe he can win. He's willing to do it on the road, in the other guy's backyard, under the other guy's lights. It's not arrogance, it's certainty.
Fulton's promoter, PBC on a PBC card. He doesn't care.
Garcia doubled down on his respect for both men. He feels sure about himself. That says a lot, Garcia noted. Moving up in weight against somebody like Foster, it's not going to be easy for Fulton either.
Just one's moving up, taking a challenge. The other one is taking the risk of going to the opposite side to defend his title, which says a lot about him too. So, I'm actually excited about this fight.
This is what makes the fight so fascinating. Fulton is taking a huge risk moving up against a dangerous champion. Foster is taking a huge risk defending his belt on an opposing promoter's platform. Both men are stepping outside comfort zones. Both are daring to prove something. That's why Coach Garcia called it simply the fight to watch.
The moment is this for you as you defend your championship against Stephen Fulton Jr. on Saturday, October 25th.
When asked about the magnitude of this moment, Foster didn't hesitate. For me, it's the biggest, he admitted. His first pay-per-view appearance, a massive Prime video card, and most importantly, the toughest and most accomplished opponent of his career.
For me, it's the biggest. First time on pay-per-view. We got a big card coming up, Prime Video. My most accomplished opponent. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready to.
You could hear both excitement and focus in his voice. I am excited, man. I'm ready. For Foster, this isn't just another title defense. It's the fight that defines his name, his legacy, and his place among boxing's elite.
You've had some big moments in your career, but in your mind, assuming everything goes well, do you believe that October 25th can be your coming out party?
The interviewer pressed further. Could this fight be Foster's official coming out party? Most definitely, Foster answered with confidence. All we got to do is go make a statement on him and put on a great show.
Most definitely. All we got to do is go make a statement on him and put on a great show. I see all the fans disrespectful and talking all of this, so, once I show them what I'm really about, it won't be no question.
But there was an edge in his words. Foster had seen the comments, the doubts, the disrespect. To all the fans talking, once I show them what I'm really about, it won't be no question. This fight isn't just about winning a belt. For Foster, it's about proving the doubters wrong on the biggest stage of his career. So here we are, Fulton versus Foster, a clash that goes beyond weight classes, titles, or promotions. On one side, Fulton, eager to erase doubts, prove his resilience, and claim a third world title across 3 divisions. On the other, Foster, confident, hungry, and ready to turn October 25th into the night he silences critics and stamps his name in history. Both fighters are risking everything. Both fighters believe in themselves. Both fighters are ready to show the world. When the bell rings, it won't just be a fight. It'll be a statement.